So, are you either in or thinking of getting into a rebound relationship? This is Shana, just a human in Los Angeles, here to help you pick up the pieces after your breakup. So, give me a yes in the comments if this is you. You broke up with your ex, you're completely heartbroken. The thought of your ex getting involved with another partner is absolutely devastating to you. And yet, you currently think it would be a really good idea for you to get involved with another partner. Does that resonate by any chance? One of the reasons you might be having this feeling is just flat out jealousy. You can't stand to think about the concept of your ex being happy with somebody else, especially if it was your ex who left you. That could really sting. I could totally understand. It is never fun to watch your ex getting involved with another human being. Another reason why you might have this sort of competing feeling is that you think that if you get involved with somebody else, that either A, is temporary, or B, you just want to see if there's somebody else out there and you're not exactly sure that you want to leave your ex, but you want to keep that door open. And yet, you do not want your ex to be experimenting in that same way. That would be so uncool. So should you ever get involved with a new partner when, if you're being totally honest with yourself, you're not quite over your ex? I think it's a fair question to ask. Is that even fair? Is it fair to you? Is it fair to your new partner? And for that matter, is it even fair to your ex? If you're sort of holding them on a string that they're going to be there ready for you when you're ready to come back, is it fair to just start walking away? If you really want to ask if you should date before you're over your ex, ask yourself this question first. I mean, how do you feel if you date someone else who isn't over his or her own ex? There's your answer. And we've all found ourselves in situations where we're with a partner who is emotionally unavailable. Not just because they just are emotional infants, but because they are still in love with somebody else. Now, that feels really lonely. You're trying so hard to create a relationship with somebody and they are in relationship with somebody else. Now, they may not be in a physical relationship with that person. They may even be in no contact. But if their heart is stuck on somebody else, then where does that leave you and where does that leave your relationship? I think that sometimes we think too much about our own needs and we don't think about what's going on with the other person, what it feels like to be the other person. If you are out dating, and I'll say rebound dating, not necessarily because you need or even want a new relationship, but just because you need something to distract you right now and fill the void, well, that something is a someone. And that's just not fair. That is emotionally reckless and irresponsible. You are, in effect, asking this new partner, without actually asking them, to do the hard work of your breakup recovery for you. The work you're avoiding doing for yourself. You're selfishly using them to help you get over a breakup wherein they may be very, very authentic and wanting a true and loving relationship. And here's the thing. If you find yourself in a situation like that, where you are the one who is emotionally unavailable and you are playing with somebody's heart, not only are you going to hurt them, but guess what? You may miss out on an incredible partner because you are so busy obsessing over your ex or comparing this person to your ex that you can't even see the wonderful and awesome human who is in front of you and offering you partnership. If you jump into a new relationship before you're ready or before you're emotionally available, 3 people are going to wind up being hurt. The new partner who's being authentic and genuine in their efforts to win your heart. Your old partner, especially if they find out, and especially if you jumped into a relationship very soon after the breakup, because it could make them feel like you never actually valued the relationship in the first place. But you know who's going to get hurt the most? It's going to be you. It's going to be you, because you're going to spend your time in heartbreak mode. You're going to spend your time wallowing about your partner, who's probably upset that you're dating so quickly anyway, and may even decide that that is the nail in the coffin for any future relationships. You may very well be sabotaging the very relationship that you think is your safety net in this situation. Who's coming out ahead in this relationship? Listen, if you have honestly and truly emotionally detached from your ex, then it's fine to move on. Quite honestly, it doesn't even matter if your ex has completely emotionally detached from you. It's your life. I think that sometimes in the internet age, we believe that a breakup is never really a breakup. That the ex is always going to get back, we're always going to get back together, and nothing really ends. I'll tell you, in the olden days, things just ended. They did. But yeah, we live in a new world. If you know for a fact that you are moving on from your ex and you have broken your emotional ties to them, I think it's 100% kosher to date somebody else. And I don't consider that a rebound relationship. But if you haven't healed, if you still have that umbilical cord to your ex that has not yet been cut, you're not being fair to a new partner. You're not being fair to your ex, and quite frankly, you're not even being fair to yourself if you get into a new relationship before you're honestly and truly ready for it. If you do happen to get into a relationship really quickly after your breakup, please take my advice. Don't post it all over social media. If your goal is to just make your ex jealous, then you haven't detached as much as you think you have. You're lying to yourself. If you are deriving pleasure from somebody else's pain, I might argue that you're not exactly in a place to start a healthy relationship right now. Likewise, if you find yourself with this new partner and constantly comparing them, it doesn't have to be in your words, but even just in your head with your ex, they're not smart enough, they're not funny enough, they're not attentive enough, they're not good enough in bed. It doesn't really matter what it is, but if your source of discontent with a new partner is that they don't live up to your old partner, ding, 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 that's another sign. You're simply not ready for a new relationship. Is a new relationship just a new relationship and not a rebound? It's a new relationship when you enter it from a healthy place. It's a new relationship when you've done the work of recovery after your breakup before jumping into another relationship with somebody else. And it's a new relationship when you go into it honest to goodness, looking for a new relationship and looking to make it work out. If there's any piece of you that feels anxiety about being with a new person and not being with your ex, you're not ready to date yet. If there's any part of you that feels like you just need a relationship for right now to help you feel better, you're not ready for a new relationship. If you're dating someone new, but keeping your ex in the wings just in case as your safety net, you're not ready for a new relationship. If you cry yourself to sleep at night over your ex, if you obsess over your ex, and if sad songs still make you cry about your ex, you're not ready for a new relationship. If you can't eat, or you eat too much because of your breakup, you're not ready for a rebound relationship. You're still in contact with your ex and you're not upfront with that person about dating other people, or you're sort of trying to hide that fact from them, you're sure as hell not ready for a new relationship. Ultimately, what it all boils down to is How mentally healthy are you feeling right now? If you're feeling healthy and secure with your situation and with yourself, if you feel open-minded and open-hearted to get into a new loving and reciprocal relationship, then go for it. I don't personally think there's a specific timeline of what is a rebound and what is not a rebound. But wait for time to heal the wounds, and don't just wait for time. Put in the hard work. When you're healed, you'll know it. And then you're going to be ready for a true, honest, and loving new relationship with a wonderful new partner.